Yo! Today we're going to be talking about something that I think is just really good about most anime, which is the villains. I have an entire part 1 and part 2 about what the greatest animated villain is. It doesn't really touch on anime though. It does a little bit, but not very much. And this video is all about only anime villains because I think there are a lot that deserve attention, I guess. There are a lot on this list that I think everyone can agree to, and some that I think not a lot of people are going to think about. And one that I don't even count as a villain, but is the antagonist, or one of the antagonists of the series that he's in. So, yeah, I might make a part 2 of this if it gets enough views. I don't know, if it gets like 10 views and like 5 likes, I'll do a part 2, I guess. Yeah, my videos don't get that many views or likes ever, so that's basically the maximum I think it'll probably get. So if it gets that, I'll do a part 2. Or if people just, even if just one person comments and asks for a part 2, I guess I'll do it. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into top 10 anime villains of all time. Number 10 is Orochimaru. I have not watched the original Naruto series in a while, and I have watched zero Boruto? Oh my god, it can't be that hard to say. I have no idea how to say it, honestly. I've heard a lot of people say it, but I cannot remember how to say it. I haven't thought of that series in a while. I've never watched any of it, never read any of the manga, but Naruto I used to absolutely love. That's one that I used to watch with my mother and father. My mother got super into it, actually. It was actually just a really good series, but yeah, Orochimaru is one that I absolutely loved whenever I watched it. I remember a few really good parts with him in it. I remember him being a really cool, intimidating villain. One of the types of villains that use psychology and physical stuff, I guess, is the best way of putting it. What I remember of him, like I said, I haven't seen it in a while. That's why he's so low. If I had seen the first couple of seasons again, I probably would have put him higher. I remember him turning Sasuke against everyone, even though Sasuke should have died multiple times, should not still be alive. I'm pretty sure he's still alive in Boruto, or, oh my god, how do you, Boruto? It sounds like I'm trying to read out of the Necronomicon right now, but I can't remember what it's called. But I'm pretty sure Orochimaru and Sasuke are both alive in there. Pretty sure Orochimaru is a good guy now, which is weird considering everything he did to the Hidden Leaf Village and all of the other villages. Like, so many war crimes. Put this man down if he's still alive. But yeah, Orochimaru is number 10 just because I can't really remember a whole lot about him, but I still remember absolutely loving him though. Number 9 is Team Rocket. This isn't just one person in Team Rocket, it's just the entire 3-man group. Meowth, Jesse, and James. Just, I don't know, I love Pokemon, just the cards and the anime show. I love the original one. I love all of the anime shows, honestly. Even the games are really good. Pokemon's just a really cool franchise. I love these guys. These dudes are the goofiest of goofers. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I put him above Madara Uchiha or oh my god, Orochimaru, whatever his name is. I was thinking about putting Madara before Orochimaru, but I ended up putting him. But yeah, I feel like most people are gonna be mad at me for saying that because I feel like Madara is one of everyone's favorite Naruto villains, but that's besides the point. Team Rocket's just really cool. I love it. Team Rocket's blasting off again! Number 8 spot goes to Doflamingo. Keep in mind, I've only seen a couple of One Piece episodes, and they've all been weird and mismatched. I don't know exactly which ones I've watched. But yeah, Doflamingo is absolutely my favorite villain from the series. I've watched a whole bunch of clips with him in it. I know it's weird to be like, oh, I love him, even though I've only watched clips with him in it, but this man is just pure evil and showy. He's showy with it. I don't know, he's got the spirit of a showman, everything that I've seen him with. I don't know, he's just really cool. I love seeing the fight scenes and him talking and everything. He's he's pure evil, and I dig it. I do want to get into One Piece actually, but it's just I haven't gotten into it yet. I've been watching other stuff that I'm trying to get to before I get to One Piece. But yeah, Doflamingo still on this list, even though I haven't seen him at all in a full episode, which I feel like just shows how cool Doflamingo is. If you just look up like Doflamingo moment, then you'll probably understand why I like him so much. He's just really cool. Number 7 spot goes to Griffith! Yeah, Griffith is just a really cool douchebag, honestly. He's, I don't know, he's one of the villains that are really fun to hate. The Band of Hawk and everything he does to them, everything he does to Guts, it's just, I don't know, he's just really fun to hate. Like, I think the Golden Age arc has him probably the best version of him whenever it comes to him using them and everything. Like, even whenever he gets beaten up and then uses the Behelit to call forth the God Hand or whatever, and then becomes the, you know, the God Hand version of him. It's just, I don't know, it's really cool. I don't know, the scene during the eclipse, I forgot what it was called for a second, during the eclipse is just absolutely insane. It just, I don't know, everyone getting killed and then what happens with her and everything. It's just, you know, if you know, you know, the eclipse is not a good time for anyone. But yeah, I don't know, just Griffith is just really fun to hate. But I honestly don't know. I just like Griffith, especially the design afterwards. He looks like a weird BDSM Batman. I don't know. Griffith is just a cool character. I mean, he's another one that's kind of pure evil. I don't know. He's pure. He's definitely pure evil. Like, he's the embodiment of getting your dream no matter what the cost, which is a huge part of the Golden Age arc. Obviously, if you've seen the anime, if you've read the manga, you know it's like a huge part of his character. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, Griffith is just cool, I guess, and really hateable, which both of those put together make a really, really good villain. Number 6 is Light Yagami. I honestly just really like the Death Note anime. It's honestly one of the best animes ever. I just really like it. It's one that I could watch over and over. I like detective type of stuff, and seeing it from Light's perspective and L's is pretty fun. L is a character that I absolutely love. One of my favorite anime characters in general. I might make a top 10 anime characters just in general list. But yeah, Light Yagami is a really cool villain because, I don't know, he's an asshole. He genuinely is. He thinks he's the god of the new world, but he's, I don't know, he's just a douchebag that you want to see fail. Well, I mean, sometimes. And then in the very beginning, he acts like he's trying to, you know, rid the world of evil and stuff, which, I mean, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, well, he can't be all bad. But then you very quickly realize that, oh, he's just a jerk that thinks he's better than everyone and thinks that he should be making all the rules because, you know, he's the special one. He is extremely special. I don't know. He's a dork at the end of the day. Yeah, this is a really good anime though. If you haven't seen Death Note, you should definitely go and watch it. It's really good, actually. But yeah, his whole thing with him and L, the relationship they have and everything is really fun to watch. I don't know. L literally only lost because he broke his own first rule, which was not to get emotionally attached to any of them or the case. Which, I mean, you know what? I could make an entire video about Death Note. Oh my god. Jesus. I don't know what I was about to say, but it wasn't Death Note. Anyways, I could probably make an entire video about Death Note. I might, actually, but yeah, Light is just a really fun character to watch, and his death is just amusing to me, because he almost won, and then he gets just completely decimated by some white-haired kid. It's a good anime. You should go and watch it. Light's pretty cool, but also one of the biggest jerks you'll ever see in anime. Okay, number 5 is Makima. This is a really good villain, but also she sucks. She's garbage. No one likes her. She sucks. She's the worst. She should die. She well, I don't want to spoil anything, so you know. Well, you know what? Actually, spoilers for Chainsaw Man coming up because, well, I have a lot to say about her because I absolutely hate this bitch. Okay, if you've only seen season 1 of Chainsaw Man, you are one of the people thirsting after her, and I need you to stop it. Makima is the worst. She literally just manipulates everyone, kills them all, and then uses them all to go after Denji, forces Denji to become just Chainsaw Man, which, I mean, I guess I should thank her for that, because that is pretty sick. He literally uses his chain to yank himself back down from the, from space, basically, which is sick. Just everything about him in full Chainsaw Man form is absolutely amazing. But yeah, Makima's the worst. Kills power, kills, Aki? Aki, is that his name? Man, I love that dude, and I can never remember his name. He uses the Fox Spirit. You know who I'm talking about now. Kills him, kills the Bomb Devil. The Bomb Devil hasn't even shown up in season 1. Man, me and my dad watched this together, the season 1, and I was watching it, and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna do the full, like, Makima arc and then do season 2. That's the next arc. I don't even think the next arc is done yet. I haven't read any more Chainsaw Man after the Makima arc. I read that online, and then I can't find the next arc online. If you have any way to find that online, you should tell me in the comments, because I want to read it. I loved the Makima arc. I love Chainsaw Man in general, though. It got to the where Aki or whatever makes a deal with the Time Devil, which is, he looks sick in anime. But yeah, at the end I looked at my father and I was like, you're gonna cry at the end of this, because at the end he was like, oh my god, I love all these characters so much. Yeah, I was like, oh no, especially whenever he was like, oh, I think Power's my favorite. I was like, oh no. Yeah, Makima sucks, though. That was a really long rant just to say that Makima is the worst out of all of these villains. I'd say, okay, she's not the worst as in she does the worst things. It's just she's the most hateable, because she just kills a whole bunch of characters we grew to love all the way through it, and it really sucks. I don't know, and you can't fully kill her, except Denji could eat her, but she still gets reborn, so I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. This was just a really long rant about how much I hate Makima. There's a lot more to say about her, but yeah, just to keep the video not too long, you can basically just, I mean, you can tell I hate her. So yeah, she's, you know, she's number 5, but not because she's a good, well, she's a good villain, just not a likable character. She's really, really hateable. My most hated one on this list, actually. Number 4 is Frieza. Frieza's sick. I love this man. This guy's awesome. Look at him. He's just really cool. He's a planet buster as soon as you see him. He's awesome, actually. I love that he constantly belittles Goku and Vegeta, even though they're on par with him, up until, ooh, I guess, have they ever been on par with him? Trunks had to come in and kill him in that one. Resurrection F, he destroyed the world, and Whis had to rewind time. And then Frieza Black came in and knocked them both out while they were full power with one punch. Yeah, I don't think they've ever been on par with him, actually. Now that I think about it, like, Frieza is actually just always out of their league. They just get away out of the fight or something, or have someone else stronger than them deal with it. I feel like I'm gonna get hate for saying that, but Frieza is awesome. Frieza is definitely one of the top 2 Dragon Ball villains. You'll see who's number 1 for me, at least, in about 2 spots. So yeah, this one, Frieza got number 4, and another Dragon Ball series villain gets number 2. So I mean, hey, that's a win for Dragon Ball. Number 3 is King Meruem from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, this is just a really good villain. It's a heartless, evil ant that takes everyone's that he eats power. He's really cool. He's one of the Chimera ants, which are a really cool concept. I love the Chimera ants, actually. But King Meruem all the way through is just heartless, has no emotions basically. Just wants to conquer the world. And then he meets a blind girl with a cold and actually starts to care about her and kind of see the point of humanity and everything. But then all of his guards get killed, everything goes bad, and he fights the old dude, can't remember his name, from Hunter x Hunter. I love the series. Don't take me not remembering any of the names from these anime as me not liking them. I love all these anime. It's just, I'm bad with names. Show me a picture of them and I can be like, oh, it's that guy. But ask me their names, no. Never. But yeah, he fights the old dude. He has to pull out a heart bomb. Can't remember what it's called. It's a rose bomb. It looks sick. I think last video I made, I'm pretty sure I talked about it. It was one of the last videos that I made where I was talking about, I think it was Animated Villains Part 2 is where I was talking about it. I was talking about how beautiful it is. It's really good art. Nope. Top 5 anime of all time. That's what it was. Sorry, I had to rack my mind about that. But yeah, this, I don't know, it was beautiful art. It's hard not to talk about every time I talk about this. But it wasn't even the bomb that killed him, not even the explosion. It was the poison afterwards that killed him. And it's so sad. He goes and sits with the girl and he's like, you need to leave because this is gonna kill you if you stay. And she's like, nah, bruh, I'm here with you. And she dies in his lap and then he dies. And oh my god, it's I don't know. Not very many villain deaths make me cry, but Jesus, that was rough. That was, I don't know. I loved King Meruem though. He was really cool, really heartless, cruel in the beginning, and then eventually started to love one human, and then died with her. I mean, that was the whole thing. But yeah, the Chimera Ants had the planet on lock too. If Meruem wouldn't have been killed, they would not have been able to stop him at all. His guards were stopped, obviously, but Meruem was just on a completely different level. I don't think any of the Nin users could have stopped him at all. Well, I mean, that wasn't even a Nin bomb, I don't think. I think it was just, oh, was it? I can't remember if it was a Nin bomb or was it just a straight up nuke in his heart. I cannot remember. But yeah, either way, it killed him. Wasn't the explosion though, so obviously he can take a nuke straight to the face. It's just the poison that got him afterwards. So I'm guessing nuclear bomb would have killed him too. This isn't a power ranking video though, so I need to not, touch on what could have killed him or not. But yeah, King Meruem, really cool villain. One of the very few villains that I actually cried at their death. It's a really good series. If you haven't watched Hunter x Hunter, watch it. If you want to hear more about it, top 5 animated anime of all time is on my channel. It was like a couple videos ago, but yeah, this is a really good villain. Okay, I promised that there would be a Dragon Ball character on number 2, so number 2 is Cell. Cell is just so cool. Look at him. His design is perfect. All of his designs, I love them. The first one is more horror, larva type of character, and all of them stay fairly horrific with their whole eating people and taking their energy and everything. But this one is just sleek. Just, man, I'd let him take me. You know what I'm saying, baby? Just, man, he looks so cool, dude. I don't know. He's so cool, and he has all of the DNA from Saiyans, Frieza, I'm pretty sure, a whole bunch of stuff, and he's an android, so he doesn't run out of energy. This dude should have been brought back for the Tournament of Power instead of Frieza. I feel like Cell would have been more likely to betray them than Frieza was, because Cell is just a huge asshole, to be honest. He's just genuinely one of the worst people ever. Even I don't know. Frieza and Cell are pretty close whenever it comes to being really, really bad. But yeah, Cell is just awesome. I don't know. His design alone makes him one of the best Dragon Ball Z villains. But yeah, I don't know. He's number 2. That's basically all I gotta say for him. This might be the shortest one that I've talked about, actually. But yeah, he's number 2. Honorable mention goes to Alexander Anderson. Personally, I would never count him as a villain, but he is a minor antagonist in the series throughout, even through the first couple of episodes. I can't remember if it's the very first episode where he becomes a villain. I think it's the second one. But yeah, Hellsing Ultimate, Alexander Anderson is absolutely an antagonist, but not really a villain. By the end, he is extremely heroic. All the way through, I loved him. He is everything that I want in an antagonist, and he's everything I want in a hero, too. Just make me an Alexander Anderson series talking about what he did before Alucard. I don't want to really spoil what happens to him. So, I mean, you know, just know that Hellsing Ultimate has a few scenes that always makes me cry. So, I mean, I don't know. I know it's weird to say that, especially since most people's whole, like, how they know Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate is the Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, which doesn't really seem like it would have crying type of moments. Even though Hellsing Ultimate Abridged has some really good moments whenever it comes to like tearjerker. I don't know. I love Hellsing Ultimate and Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. If you haven't seen that, you should watch it, especially if you're a fan of Hellsing Ultimate. It's just a really funny time. Really goofy goobers over there. But yeah, I don't know if you count him as a villain. I personally don't, but he is an antagonist, and he is definitely an honorable mention. But number one is someone I think most of us would think of whenever we think of anime villains, and I feel like you know who it is by now. It was I, Dio! Yeah, Dio is one of the best anime villains ever. He's my number one, personally. I don't know. He's got some charisma. He's got some actually intimidating stuff. Him being a vampire is really cool. Whether we're talking about part 2 or part 3, I'd say that he is one of the best JoJo's villains. I think part 2 has a lot more of the horror stuff going on, and part 3, he actually never uses any of his vampire abilities, really. So they do just kind of, like, throw out the whole vampire type of thing, which I'm pretty sure is because he's using, JoJo's body, like, old body, you know what I'm saying, his old body. But, yeah, they do just kind of throw out the vampire aspect just for the stands, which, I mean, makes sense. They were wanting to get rid of the vampires in the... hockey? Not hockey. Hamon. They were trying to get rid of Hamon. I called it hockey a couple times, but yeah, it's Hamon. They were trying to get rid of the vampires in Hamon and go for more stands, which I think was a good call. Stands are sick. But yeah, I don't know. Dio's sick whether he's a vampire or just a stand user, especially since they gave him a really cool stand. Even though Jotaro had the same exact stand, but that's besides the point. It's mainly just his charisma and one-liners and everything about this man that makes him one of the best anime villains. But yeah, he's number one. If you have a different top 10 list, definitely comment it. If you have a different number one, definitely comment it. I would love to hear from you guys, because there are a lot of anime I haven't seen. Obviously, I haven't seen some of these that I use the villains from, so I mean... yeah, if you have some from anime I didn't mention, definitely put it down there. I might make a part 2 to this, like I said. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube type of things. If you want to see more of my videos, definitely go and watch some of my other videos. I have a lot that are like this about anime and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely go and watch my top 5 anime of all time. Like I said, there are a lot of anime that I didn't talk about on that. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all of that crap. See ya.